does my voice and tone
Because
come into
people
that?
value your
value your
opinion, bro.
and words matter. You know what I'm
Huh.
saying?
Interesting.
Which is so funny that people. I'm never gonna understand this, bro. It plagues my soul, bro.
why people
It
value
plagues
Lace.
my soul, bro. People value Lace's opinion and his thoughts about their life.
Yo, they
and
do.
This
That
don't
is
care
crazy.
about.
He don't care. He don't care.
He don't care about nothing, y'all. He say it every week. I don't care. He like, I don't care. Y'all
Hey.
need validation from someone who don't care about nothing, but then y'all don't listen to me. And I actually care.
Yo, welcome to the cave with Mel, Troy, and Lace. The podcast where men can have a safe space. We on all platforms. You need to tune in, hit the like button, subscribe, and share it with your friends. Welcome to Melody, the podcast where men can have a safe space. Welcome to Melody. Welcome to the cave with Mel, Troy, and Lace.
Yeah.
What's going on, man? You know what it is, man. It's your boy Melly Mel. We back in the building, man, for another edition of the Melly D's podcast. What's going on, fellas? I
We
was gonna
back.
go through my rant, but I'm tired, man.
We back.
Why you tired?
I mean, it's been a long year.
It has been a long
Definitely
year.
been a long year.
Well, let me go ahead and do my rant real quick then. It's your boy T. Roy, a.k.a. your boy Troy, a.k.a. your neighborhood hope dealer. If you need some hope, I got some you could borrow. Make sure you share, like, subscribe, and follow.
What it do, though? It's your boy, Dr. Life Coach Lace, a.k.a. NBA Old Boy. Let's just get into it.
Let's just get into
Let's
it, man.
just
I'm
get
telling
into
you.
it.
First of all, let's get into it by saying, y'all lucky we gave you a Christmas episode, okay?
Right.
Y'all
You
lucky
feel me?
we are
True.
giving you a Christmas episode because we know a majority of you all probably ain't going to be watching or ain't going to be at work or something like that. So if you listen to this into the new year, God bless you. But we hope that you appreciate the love that we're trying to show to you all.
Come on now.
Because we appreciate y'all's love, man. And I want to say something else real quick. A lot of y'all is shadow watching and hate watching. Don't think I don't know, okay? Because the views say, straight up, the views say that there's 200 on the YouTube, like 1,000 on Insta. I don't even know what the streams look like on Spotify and on
Yeah,
iTunes
yeah.
and stuff like that. But they up there. Ain't nobody liking, ain't nobody subscribing, ain't nobody sharing. Come on, man. Quit hate watching. If you like the show, you like what we do, we're not asking you for money. Have we asked anybody for money yet?
No Patreon.
Just buy the hoodies.
We just buy the hoodies.
Just buy the
Just buy
hoodies.
the
You know what I'm
hoodies.
saying? Just buy the hoodies that we talk about.
We ain't making them buy content, is what you mean.
But if you can show some love, if you can show some appreciation, it'd be great, man. Because matter of fact, Spotify is gonna be dropping them the year the year and date or something like that. Basically, it shows you your statistics throughout the year. Hey man, show us some love, like, subscribe, rate us high on iTunes, all that type of stuff, just so we can be able to spread this toxicity and wholesomeness as much as we can across the world. You feel me?
That was a rant because
That
I
was
had no
an
idea.
absolute- That was an absolute rant.
I'm backing you, Troy, but I didn't know you was gonna go there.
Yeah,
with it, bro.
absolutely.
Yeah, man, I really feel like that, man. Cause like I saw one Instagram post, it had like 2,000 views on it, but how come 15 people only liked it? Now I know we ain't trying to live by likes and stuff like that. I understand, but we are asking you all to partner with us in the business venture that we have.
They don't be liking it all the time because sometimes we be talking about them.
Mm-hmm.
So then they don't want to put a like on it. They don't want to like it because we coming down their road. You know what I'm saying? So when it's funny, when it's something relatable, when it's someone else's that's the fingers getting pointed at, they want to like and share that.
Yeah,
because,
that's the easy part.
you know what I'm saying?
That's the easy part.
Nobody like to hear about themselves.
We're at the end of the year.
Yeah.
End of the year.
And I know, Mel, you tired, and that's the reason why I want to take a few seconds to give my brother their flowers.
Okay.
You feel me? Oftentimes, there's a saying that goes, "Don't give me my flowers now, not when I'm dead."
Mm-hmm.
You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
And I want to be able to take this time to encourage my brothers, specifically on this podcast, because this has been a long year. We have navigated a lot of things on our behalf as far as like the podcast and stuff
Mhm.
like that. Lost episodes. We're not gonna point any fingers of who lost the episodes. You know what I'm saying? But
Mhm.
It was my best work too.
right, and we're not gonna point fingers at who actually lost them. So we've navigated like trying to figure out if we're gonna be online, we're gonna be not online, software issues, all that type of
Mhm.
stuff. And so I just want to take a time out to give my brother some flowers. By a couple months ago, a lot of people don't know this. In the city where we live, our very own Dr. Life Coach Lace
Mm-hmm.
has been acknowledged of being the top 40 under 40 in our city. So we want to give our boy
Appreciate it.
some love for that,
That's
man.
what it
Nigga
is.
still ain't shit though.
That's true. That's true.
Come on, man. I'm trying to give him flowers,
It's
bro.
fine.
That's
It's cool,
true.
bro. You
That's
gotta
true.
But the reason why I want to bring that up is because Lace didn't even bring that up to none of y'all. This joint happened like a couple months ago. 1. 2, he casually mentioned it to us. He's like, "Oh yeah, I got this little thing," and then went on to talking about something being toxic or something like that, or probably Ayo and me in the
Hey.
and the daggone chat. So I want to acknowledge that, man. I don't think that you get that type of recognition without doing some solid work, and I think it has been noted because since Lace came here, I told Lace straight up. I said, eventually you're gonna be mayor. Okay, he's fighting those claims, it's whatever. But when he first came here, he took on his job. I think he was like just like HR, basically.
Yeah, HR and diversity initiatives for the most part. Yeah.
And just so recently, he's gotten like 2 promotions since he's been here. And the crazy thing is when your boss, the president, the person that you report to, first of all, is the president. That's wild crazy. But the second thing is that she went to Lace one day. Was like, can you make up your own title?
Yeah.
That's wild.
Hey, be like that.
That's
Be like
wild.
that.
So I definitely want to give my brother his flowers.
I appreciate that,
in recognition of
man.
that, man.
Appreciate that.
And also I want to give my flowers to my boy Mel, because I don't know if anyone's ever taken out time to recognize you, but I feel like you definitely do deserve some recognition, my brother.
Yeah.
And the main way I know that you deserve recognition is I have seen the growth.
Mm.
The growth has been like amazing. And I know this year has some curveballs, pause. But let me give you a sports analogy real quick. I know that this year has thrown you some twists and some turns, but for some strange reason, bro, you found a way to make it to this point right now and knock the ball out the park every single time. Pause. So I want to recognize that I've seen your growth personally, because at one point you would refute everything that we would say. Just recent podcast, he said something like, "I'll reflect upon that."
gas me up. Gas me up.
That is growth. And so, man, I've seen you grow in your patience. I've seen you grow in your I've seen you grow in your ability to try to understand and things of that nature. And I know, as we get to this age in our life, it's easy to just be where we are and just be stuck.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? And so I want to acknowledge that. I also want to acknowledge your growth in your faith too. And this is based upon a recent conversation. So if you have changed since then, if you have regressed, then I'll have to take this. But the after Manly D's podcast, after the cameras go off, it first of all, it's amazing. But Mel shared that he realized that some things were going on in his life, and realized he was like, "Yo, I got to step up. I got to take these initiatives in my faith."
Yeah.
And he's like, and And it's a great realization because you realize in that moment, and I'm sorry to preach to you guys. Actually, I'm not sorry, but it's like I literally saw the Holy Spirit just like lingering over you because you can only come to those revelations in those moments like that. So I want to give my boys my flowers. They
I'm supposed to clap
flowers, I
for
should say,
myself?
because we made it, fellas. We made
Yeah,
it.
We did make it, and
We
I was
made it.
not expecting that at all. The acknowledgement or the recognition, I
Mm-hmm.
appreciate it. People usually don't do that for me, so I thank you, Troy.
That's a
for-
good look.
you know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
We
T-Dot-
need that, bro.
T-Dot is he is the motivational whisperer. So
He is. bro.
he definitely acknowledges and deems it very important to share that outwardly, so people can hear that. So I think that's always a good look, and it's always the oddest stuff that he.
Facts.
Obviously, your faith is a good thing. You know what I mean? Because I'm already in the book. Hopefully, you know what I mean. I'll see you when you get there. You know what I'm saying? So, but being able to acknowledge the little things, because a lot of times those little things are building blocks that help people continue to forge forward in an appropriate way. So, that's a definitely a skill that T-Dot does showcase on a regular basis.
A work in progress.
Yeah, we all
Work
are,
in-
man.
work in
We
progress.
It
all
ain't gonna
are.
be overnight.
We all are.
It's something that I realize it definitely ain't gonna happen overnight though.
Nah.
Yeah.
But you
Mm.
got to get out of, just like all of us, we had to get out of ourself. We had to get
Right.
out of self, and that's what it boils down to. Have to get out of self.
Yeah, most definitely.
So year coming to a close, man. Like how we feeling?
Bro, I'm exhausted. I ain't gonna hold you.
Well,
tired, bro.
exhausted. I mean, if you doing things appropriately, being exhausted can be a good thing.
I think
Yeah.
it's been a mix of both.
Gotcha.
Mix of appropriate and inappropriate.
Yeah.
I'm just tired in general, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, I got bags. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mhm.
we talked about it. a
Nigga
little
walking
bit.
around looking like Bootsy in the
Hey,
face.
bro, come on, For real, man. It been, bro. Like Troy said, this year done throw me a couple curveballs, whatever. But it's
Yeah.
just this year for sure. You know, as you live in age, you grow. You start to find seasons in your life and stuff that you go through, whatever.
Oh, yeah,
And
absolutely.
This year, I would consider this year a season. Some good things have happened, obviously, for us and me and whatnot. But it was definitely a year that I feel like I was stretched
Mm-hmm.
in a lot of ways.
Whoa.
Pause.
That's crazy.
Yeah, pause. I said pause.
Yeah. That's crazy.
I can't even clip that because we just paused it just now.
What? Like, I mean, you can say it.
Go ahead.
So I mean, it's just a lot of learning for me to happen
Mhm.
throughout the year. Stuff I learned about myself, stuff I realized about myself, some good and some bad.
Yeah,
You know, that I
yeah.
need to deal with. But I just been tired, bro. Been like just nonstop moving. How y'all be telling you all the time that y'all need to sit down somewhere?
Absolutely.
I ain't sat down all year.
Hey, you gotta find those pockets, man. You gotta find those.
Which
pockets.
is funny because I have been sitting down.
yeah.
True.
I've been in this state. I haven't left this state since I've been here for maybe like the past month and a half on the weekends. I've been staying still. Because I've been listening to y'all talking about some Troy, you always getting up, you going somewhere, you
Mhm.
sit down somewhere.
Sit down somewhere.
Sitting down somewhere.
Yeah, nah, that's real.
And I appreciate just sitting at the crib, man.
Bro.
Yeah, you gotta
It's a
find
blessing
time to
sit down,
reboot.
bro.
You gotta find time to reboot.
I used to take it for granted. Being able
Exactly,
to sit down, bro.
Yeah,
Being able to just sit down.
sit down.
Sit down. And when I was a kid, I couldn't understand. Like we used to go, my mama used to go to her first cousin's house. And then, her first cousin has a child. So, we cousins. She used to go to her first cousin's house and they sit in the living room and they be just talking. I'm like, y'all ain't got no toys. Y'all ain't got no video games. Y'all ain't doing nothing right now. Me and my cousin Corey, we running around the house, you know what I'm saying? Cutting up. It's like, but y'all just sitting down talking. I don't understand what that, but man, being able to sit down and just relax and let
And
your
be.
brain and
Just be.
yeah. So as we reflect upon this year, what have been some high points for y'all?
Obviously the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we signed to a network at the beginning of the year. That's pretty much how we started the year. That was a stepping stone.
Kick that
for us.
off right.
Took us to another space, another opportunity that I didn't even really think of for myself, or that it was an option. So that was amazing to do and experience. And then we signed a TV deal towards the end of the year. For
Bro,
the
we signed a
podcast was
TV
just
deal.
crazy. So we went from this time last year. I think we recorded this episode. We was using Zoom or something like that. We were sitting, you know what I'm saying? We were sitting in front of our computers and stuff like that. So then to be sitting here, like literally this type of episode last year, talking about how we was gonna elevate for next year, and then immediately 2 months into the year, picked up
Boom,
by
boom,
network,
boom.
went into
Yeah.
a studio, the TV deal, the merch, all the other type of stuff that we had going on. It was just like, all right, obviously those, you know what I'm saying, were highlights. Stepping stones for, you know, just progressing in my parents and my son transition to middle school. You know, that was a big deal for me because you remember when they born and then you realize this nigga's going to middle school. So that was a high point to watch him take that next step, you know, in his life's progress and stuff like that. Definitely grew at work. Work was probably the most challenging thing for me this year, just in my learning and leadership. Learning how to better manage business, run a business, handle myself, govern myself, open my mind to things that traditionally or naturally it wouldn't just gravitate to. Especially dealing with like just how business is conducted in general, how people see business, how they develop opportunities and things like that. It was definitely been a learning for me, but it's been all right as well. So like highlights there. I would say for me mostly, yeah, I would say that's like the big three.
Yeah. What about you, Lace?
I think I'm always one that obviously I'm appreciative of the great things that have happened, being, you know, recognition, having influence, you know, at work in different settings, just influence in general in a positive way, walking in purpose, those kind of things. But I'm always reflective of the little things, you know, good health, being able to operate of sound mind, being able to provide and meet, you know, needs and those kind of things that we often take for granted. You know, being able to wake up and having the ability to deal with tough situations, you know, full strength. You know what I mean? So all of those kind of things often stand out as far as wins for the year, because those are things that a lot of times we don't think about and we do take it for granted. You know what I mean? Somebody
Yo, Lace is a true deacon.
What you mean?
Lace just gave the deacon answers.
No,
like,
it's real
he
though.
woke me up this morning.
Started me
Started
on
me on
my
my
way.
way.
You know what I mean? Blessed to have peace of mind. You know what I mean? Blessed to be able to be able to operate of sound mind. Those are things that again we don't think about, but it's real.
It is real. Yeah.
It's real. So that obviously growth can be difficult. So when you take on new tasks, new responsibilities, being able to navigate that, watching out for you know, the landmines that can present themselves, etc. But all those things, compilation, just satisfied and content. And that's the thing I think for me, I'm often content, but being able to showcase that you are content does open up other doors when you're handling your handle appropriately. So
yeah, I think for me, just so recently, like I reactivated like my morning devotion, and it's been very key because like when you start the day off with the Lord, it can like transform the whole rest of the day, like your outlook and all that type of stuff. So the other day specifically, first of all, is nothing more sweet than to go to work and witness like chaos happen, and you realize I didn't cause this chaos, and I don't have to be the one to give an answer for this chaos. I could just watch y'all be chaotic. That is, I don't know what it. I just like that. I don't know why, because it's like I get to watch y'all just run around with y'all's chicken like a chicken with a head cut off. Anyway, so I'm sitting in these meetings, and I want to say something because I feel it's like something's on my heart, something's on my mind. It's like we always feel like we have to say something when something comes to mind. You know, the Lord very so clearly was like, "Shut up, shut up. Don't say like a word." God be talking to me like that, bro. I distinctly, my freshman year at college, and you can debate me theologically if y'all want to or not. My freshman year at college, I went through my college neophyte phase. Not necessarily, you know what I'm saying? I just went wild. And I went to woke up in the middle of the night, went to go use the bathroom in the hallway. The Lord said very so clearly, "Troy, leave them hoes alone." Very so clearly. I was like, God, I don't think I hear you. What are you
Mhm.
what are you trying to say?
Stop knowing them biblically is what.
And stop knowing them biblically. And he said it very distinctly to me then. And I was disobedient, and he showed me what my disobedience gets me. And so going back to this year, being able to being able
Oh
to
my God.
rekindle that morning time devotion time has been really good. And then also to a growth in the area of being able to relinquish the things that I can't be in control of, because it was a couple nights this year I was just up all night and I couldn't, because I was just trying to figure out ways in which to do things and all
Tossing
that
and
type of stuff,
turning.
tossing and turning. And I realized I ain't got no control over this. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? It's been a couple times where I thought something was a slam dunk, and it ended up being a slammed door in my face.
Mm.
And I would be distraught, messed up about it. But the Lord was like, just very so clearly, it's like, do you believe in me that I can, even through closed doors, still be good? And I was like, I think you still can.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know what I'm saying? So this year has been a faith-filled year.
Mm-hmm.
I will say there has been peace has increased in our household also, because it was chaotic. The transition here from Virginia to North Carolina was not good initially. But I'm starting to see that was a time of getting our hands dirty and tilling the ground. You know what I'm saying? And so, and the seeds to be planted. And so, hopefully this was a watering year, so that in 2024 we could be able to see some growth. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that has been some good things.
So you
this year.
did good. I know you're gonna transition to negative.
Yes.
I felt it coming.
So what are some things this past year that you are not proud of, or something that happened that upset you, or something like that, that took place for y'all? I'll kick it off.
All right.
I'll kick it off. Some things that upset me this year is that I saw some family doing bad.
Mm.
Saw some family doing bad. And this kind of goes to the, part that I was talking about, like, I can't control things. Like, I saw some family doing bad, and it was like, you want best for them and you want them to do well. But to be honest with you, they got to make that own decision.
Absolutely.
themselves.
Yeah.
And so, while there has been some wisdom that gained from that, at the same time, I just have to deal with the fact that it is what it is.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. Now, for me, negatively, I would concur seeing family down bad, just making piss poor decisions.
Piss poor decisions,
Um,
bro.
And the thing is, people know the outcome, but due to
Do it
other
anyway.
issues within their life, they can't navigate or walk through that positive outcome or make a different decision because they are reliant on others.
Right.
And a lot of times when you are in certain types of relationships, whether it could be considered abusive or not, when you can't feel like you can walk away because you don't want to be alone, that is the internal
Yeah.
thing. So seeing family down bad in some aspects, loss of family due to health issues, those kind of things, but also giving too much energy to shit that I just don't care about.
I felt that.
So letting the stupidity or measured incompetence of others impact how I move. Can't give energy or space to that moving forward. So yeah,
And we live and we learn.
absolutely. And for me, I'm a quick study. So it didn't take long, but okay, I'm not doing this.
Quick
So,
study.
Yeah.
Didn't like this year or negative, I would say missed moments. I would say it. I think there's been plenty of moments that I've missed or opportunities that I've missed this year just because I've been so exhausted from the year. that I didn't have enough energy to pursue the opportunities or take advantage of certain opportunities, especially when it comes to just like quality time type stuff with the family. A lot of missed opportunities that I probably could have done with my kids that didn't involve sports or activities. Could have just been, father-child time or just an activity or something like that we could have just been enjoying being, or whatever. But I was so exhausted from everything else that I have going on, I didn't even have the energy to do it. So negative in that way. And then also just missed opportunities with like things with us, like the stuff we want to work on, the stuff that we talked about, the energy that's required to do it and make it happen, like having a list of things to do. And then by the time you finish working or whatever it is, you sit down and you ain't like, all right, I can't get to that.
Yeah, nah,
that ain't gonna happen. That ain't gonna happen. But then it's just like it's just prolonging the process. It's just furthering. So most of my, I guess, negative things this year just have to deal with missed moments or missed opportunities for the most part that I know just came from exhaustion. You know what I'm saying? Outside of that, just my mind. We talked about it a couple times on the episode. I felt like, this year has probably been my toughest mental time that I've ever had in my entire life. I've never really dealt with that before. So just like we talked about, being able to at this point have sound mind and be a good mind, like obviously that's better. But for the most of the year, it was a struggle for me to navigate and do. So I would say like those probably the biggest ones for me this year.
Yeah. The mental part, no one prepared us for that one.
Bruh.
No one prepared. I know we talk about we want kids to learn how to do their taxes and real estate and all that stuff, type of stuff in high school. Ain't nobody teach us that it's going to be a mental struggle when we get older.
Yeah. But I think too, having the wisdom to find appropriate outlets for that is key too. Because obviously, from the exception of time, people have struggled mentally, making decisions, how decisions impact those kind of others, etc. and themselves. But being able to say, okay, I need to get some help in this area that is not what I'm used to, but I think it may benefit me. I think that acknowledgement goes a long way, and it does put you in a better position to address areas of concern, etc. And it's it shouldn't be, stigmatized or, in any way, but, taking that step is key.
Yeah.
I think that's what messed me up this year, Lace, not having an outlet.
Yeah.
In general, since moving to Charlotte, I just felt like all of my outlets were taken from me. Because when we were in Virginia, obviously that's where I'm from. So I had a system, I had an ecosystem, things I was doing, active with the frat, doing stuff in the community, coaching, all type of stuff, riding motorcycles, all that type of stuff. But then to move in the middle of the pandemic and then the world got shut down and the stuff that I would do, I couldn't do. I just haven't had the outlets and stuff that I used to have. So I didn't have a healthy medium for being able to pass that energy. So I ain't been doing nothing but sitting with it most of the time. So I just got to get back into.
But you said something that's key, I think, outlets that you used to or outlets that can assist you where you are. You know what I'm saying? So, because we all went through that, particularly like when I was in New York, like everything was shut. New York was vastly different from down south, where literally everything was shut down, or you could only go to do certain things at certain times, that kind of thing, and the rules and regs around it. But being able to shift, like, okay, even if I got to go to Target and walk around for an hour, I'm still getting out the house.
Right.
I'm still doing something. That's not something that I would normally do, but you know what I mean, it's something to, take your mind in a different area and fill it in a different capacity. So I think acknowledging, okay, I can't do what I used to do, but this is something that does contribute to me making me feel better and giving me an outlet appropriate to where I am, etc.
Yeah, bro, I fell in love with the gym. And I actually like going to I used to go to the gym, in college, we had to go to the gym with somebody is like plays the same position as us and all that type of stuff. But now it's just like, all right, no one else is going to the gym with me. I invite my wife. She's like, I don't have time. I'm like, all right, bet. Can I go do this by myself? Bro, it is the most like freeing feeling when you go to the gym and you got the whole gym to yourself,
Mm.
and you got your AirPods in, and you could just be anywhere you want to be. You know what I'm saying? One moment and I'm in a podcast, another moment I'm in a TV show, another moment I'm back in 90s hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Like it's amazing, and it's helped me to be able to channel. Like, I can't wait till y'all leave so I can go to the gym today. Like, that's how big it is. Pause. That's how dedicated. That is how much the gym has meant to me since I've discovered it. So I've had to learn. This has been so I guess this kind of goes back to a highlight. I've learned how to pivot this year. You know what I'm saying?
Pivot is good.
Pivoting is good because basketball was not working out for me. One, I wasn't playing well. Two, every time I would play, the recovery was ridiculous. Like, I couldn't. It would be like 3-4 days before my body is like, all right, we cool. You know what I'm saying? And so I was like, I've got to find another outlet. I don't have time for video games, and I'm not as good as I used to be. You know what I'm saying? I'm not as good at Call of Duty as I used to be. And that joint's expensive, bro. Like, first of all, they coming out with a new video game every single month.
Yeah.
And I ain't even finished playing the last one.
Mm-hmm.
But if I don't play the new one, all my friends on the new one. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like I'm mentally struggling with that. And video games used to be an outlet for me. And so I just had to learn how to pivot. And so pivoting was going to the weight room. It's free. Well, it's included in our our rent here in our apartment complex. And the majority of the time, don't nobody use it. So when I'm there, I'm there by myself. And the times that I am there with someone else, I meet new people. I met Vivek. Vivek is a really cool dude. You know what I'm saying?
Ramaswamy?
I think his last name is that.
Are we talking about the same Vivek?
There's multiple Viveks.
I know, but you said Vivek as if that was you see. You didn't say I met a Vivek. You said I met Vivek.
Yeah, Vivek.
Okay, so if you were to say that in another setting, someone would think that you met Vivek Ramaswamy, who's running for presidential candidate at your apartment gym.
He could be, bro. I don't know him. I just met him.
Okay.
I'm not really paying attention. You know what I'm saying? But I met Vivek. And I've learned to push myself, push the limits of myself. You know what I'm saying? And I've learned how to channel out negativity because I be on this elliptical getting it, bro. And I have to fight in the back of my head, saying, "Oh, you running on an elliptical, nigga?" I gotta fight that in the back of my head.
How does my voice and tone?
Because
people value your
your opinion and words matter. You know what I'm saying?
Interesting.
Which is so funny that people. I'm never gonna understand this, bro. It plagues my soul, bro.
Why people
it
value
plagues
Lace?
my soul, bro. People value Lace's opinion and his thoughts about their life.
Yo, they
and
do. That
don't
is
care
crazy.
about.
He don't care.
He don't care about nothing, y'all. He say it every week. I don't care. He like, I don't care. Y'all need validation from someone who don't care about nothing, but then y'all don't listen to me. And I actually care. Like, I actually care about you and your progress, and y'all don't listen to me, and y'all hate my advice.
The thing is, though, I think people can lean into what I have to say because they know that I don't care. So what I'm telling you is something that is actually beneficial. So I think that does have something to do with it, to be quite honest.
Man, when I said I did 2 miles on the elliptical that one time, and you was like, on the elliptical? I was like, my soul was crushed.
Oh, man, that's crazy.
My soul was crushed. I was
sorry,
like,
I didn't know that.
No, I needed that. I needed that negative reinforcement.
So you can have anger to fuel
so I can
yourself
have anger to
3 miles
fuel
on the
myself.
elliptical.
You know what I'm saying? I got up to 4 miles. You feel me?
That's what's up.
That's why I tried to wear tighter jeans, Lace. He tried to get yammed up.
First of all, I'm not even saying anything about that because that's crazy. That's crazy.
What a way to end the year.
Yeah.
What a way to end the year.
I have no words.
But yeah, pivoting is by far one of the things I've had to learn this
That's a
year.
good look, though. That's a
Yeah.
good look. That's
And
real.
I hope to be able to do the same thing for next year. Because while I do have my goals, and we'll talk about goals in just a second, but while I do have my goals, realizing that if I don't achieve those goals, am I putting forth effort towards them?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because that has always been an issue for me anyway, is getting out of the blocks. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? That's a track term in which, you know, in order for you to be in the race, you have to get away, you have to push off from the start. And a lot of times I won't start something because I'm like, I'm not gonna see this through. You know what I'm saying? And that's actually me doing this podcast, me going to the gym on a regular basis has proven that I've broken a ceiling that I have originally had for myself of consistency and trying to and being active in something and being committed to something at the same time. So my hope is that I can take that into this next year, that in the time of striving for goals, if I need to pivot, I can pivot and do something positive with
That's what it is.
Learning lesson.
Yeah.
it. Y'all got any goals for next year?
Well, I always have goals for the year. I haven't solidified all of next year's goals yet because I'm still trying to get through this year. So I'll get back to you. But it's always progress. I'll say the couple that I do know, learning how to just be present. It's one of my biggest goals for next year.
You have a struggle with being present?
Yeah, because I'm always so far ahead,
Mm-hmm.
like in my thoughts, like legit, like y'all are like you could be talking to me right now about something, and my brain is already at the end of what you're talking about because that's how far, and it's oftentimes to my detriment, which is a part of the where anxiety or the mental battle comes from because I'm so far ahead that I'm trying to figure it all out right now. And I don't need to figure it all out right now. You know
Correct.
what I'm
It's a
saying I just need to
process.
take the necessary steps. So learning how to just be present. I did a little bit of that this year, like certain times where I was maybe doing an activity and I would have broke out my phone to try to take a picture or record it. I just kept my phone in my pocket and just decided to, be in the moment or whatever it is. So I'm trying to learn that more. So I think next year I'm going to try to double down, on it, and then just slow down a little bit. Just try to slow down, with myself, my thoughts, some of my ambitions, like have them still, but not try to rush myself through them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, it's real. I think for me, it's definitely work in progress as far as overall goals. I mean, generally my goals pretty simple: drink water, stay out the way, continue to be a delight that you are. So those kind of things. But have some other goals to circle back. But I always pick a word for the year. Like this year was execution. Next year, leaning towards two words: capable and willing. Because again, we have a lot of people who always identify themselves as being capable of doing something, but what are you willing to do that's different to get where you want to go, that kind of thing. So that's more so what I'm focused on. Yeah, I said I told a group of graduating students that from one of our programs the other week, everybody capable. Niggas always talking about this, that, and the third. I want this, but what are you willing to do?
Yeah.
So that kind of approach. So that's more so my focus as we come into something new for the new year, goal setting and all of that.
Yeah. For me, one of the goals that I have for myself is to not be as involved. And part of that is I feel as though my involvement in and when I say involved, I'm talking about like in other people's stuff. How can I start being more involved in my goals and things that I want to do? Because I feel like a lot of times in my life I have put effort and energy in other people's goals and stuff like that. And even my job, technically I am working here for the company's goals. You know what I'm saying? So how can I put some energy towards my own personal goals? That is one of the things that I and try to withdraw energy from other places. And then also to this I want to be able to start off, have a good start spiritually and consistently throughout the year, spiritually have that good start. Because I was going, I had a great start last year, probably until like May or something like that, and then the summer hit, things got all crazy, and then like probably at towards the end of October, mid October, it was like, all right, let me get back focused again. You know what I'm saying? So like I think I can have a bigger impact and a bit I can receive more if it just is consistent throughout the whole year. So that's one of my goals for next year.
That's what it is.
And to lead my wife well too, man, because I've shrank in some areas and I don't want to shrink anymore in those areas. Pause. Okay. All right. And by I was about to say it again. And I say there have been some areas where I haven't been prophet, priest, and king. I have been more so playing the background, do whatever you want to do. You know what I'm saying? And I think some cases do encourage that. But what life can I speak into my wife? You know what I'm saying? Because and how can I help lead her a little bit more? So I'm gonna try to lean into that a little bit more, see what that looks like, trusting in the Lord, because some of the things, you know what I'm saying, like you hear the Lord saying some stuff and you like, but Lord, she ain't gonna receive this. She ain't gonna receive this. But just trusting, that, whatever said, that even though I may feel she's not gonna receive it at the moment, it still could have longevity as far as being a positive impact.
Sure.
So,
Sure.
yeah.
So we closing out the year, man.
Closing out the year.
About to wrap it up.
Can y'all share with us some things that y'all went through this year?
Yeah.
Like what are some of the things that that you regret from this year? What are some highlights that you've had some this year? Share it with us, man. We're a community. It's the Manly D's podcast, but we're all a part of the Cave. So Cave Gang. So share with us, some of the things that's been going on in y'all's lives, and Merry Christmas to y'all.
Merry Christmas.
Happy Hanukkah.
Merry Christmas. Happy
Happy
Hanukkah.
Kwanzaa. All
you know
the
what I'm
things.
saying?
I mean,
Kwanzaa, all that, going on. Happy New Year.
y'all
Y'all not going to see us.
that? You don't want to acknowledge that? All those others?
I mean, actually, no, I acknowledge them.
Hey, I ain't scared to say it. Jesus is the reason for the season.
No,
Jesus is the
yeah.
reason.
Okay,
for
that's what I'm on.
Yeah, I feel that.
I don't know what Kwanzaa is.
Wow.
Can I say that?
I mean, you just
Is my black card revoked because I said I don't know
That
what
bitch burnt.
Kwanzaa is?
That bitch burnt up. My nigga said he don't know what
Toast.
it is.
You ain't got
I don't know what Kwanzaa is.
You ain't get an African name and nothing at church.
Right,
when you was young, did you?
golly.
All I know is emoja. And that's because that was on the episode of Martin.
This nigga is so uncultured, bro. God almighty.
Educate me. What is it?
This what happens. This the type of niggas that be watching Friends.
Right. The
No,
Office.
I don't. I do watch The Office.
Yeah, I know you do. I know you do. I know you
I
do.
know about Moroccan Christmas. I said that was an episode of The Office, okay?
Man. So, when we come back after the
Do
New
your
Year,
Googles, right?
we'll educate, because Kwanzaa actually starts after
Yes.
Christmas and runs into New Year.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
So,
Oh, yeah, man. Happy New Year. From us.
I mean, we saying all this now because y'all not gonna see us for the rest.
yeah,
of
we taking some
this
time.
is what time taking time off.
As
I've alluded to,
we
I'm
taking
exhausted.
some time.
So y'all not gonna see us for the rest of.
It takes
this
a
year.
while to recoup these jokes.
I'll
in
get with
this,
y'all next year.
this funny aura. You know what I
Legit.
mean?
Legit, bro.
And y'all should do the same.
Yes,
You
take
know
a
what I'm
break.
saying? Take some time, take a break. You know what I'm saying? To remove yourself from the monotony of life, because then when you're able to do that, when you come back, it makes you appreciate it a whole lot more. I went
Yeah.
to Atlanta, Georgia, 2 weeks ago, and I needed to get away, but also it made me appreciate the fact that we don't have Atlanta, Georgia's traffic, because it is trash.
Yeah.
Big trash. It is trash, and I will never live in Atlanta. And that's just how it is.
Thank you for that
I appreciate
revelation
it.
that
Yeah,
you
know what I'm
shared.
saying? Thank you.
It's I love the people of Atlanta. I love the fact that everywhere you go, there's somebody black. Like, it's amazing. But the fact that for me to get from Amaretta, is it Amaretta, to downtown takes me an hour, and it's like
Marietta.
I'm sorry.
Ain't Amaretta a rapper?
Amaretta is a rapper who rapped about
what's not Atlanta.
Yeah, what's not Atlanta.
Yeah.
To get from that side to downtown, and it takes you an hour and a half. It's ridiculous.
Like I said, it take me an hour to get from Amaretto Sour to downtown.
That's what I was like. That's a new part of the A. I ain't never been out there.
And I'm trying to rid myself of toxicity for the new year. You feel me? Okay? And all this toxicity that I be receiving.
Hey, I'll tell you what's a fact. I'm increasing mine. I might get my 3% back.
Oh my God.
Lord have mercy.
I'm going up.
That's what's up, bro. What
the price of the brick going up.
Price of the brick.
Price of the brick.
The price of the brick going up. For real.
Well, happy holidays, happy New Year.
Merry Christmas, happy holiday, happy New Year, whatever it is that you celebrate or don't celebrate. It's been a wonderful year for us. We appreciate y'all rocking with us. Y'all are the only reason that we can even do, what we've done so far. Because without, the participation, without the engagement, nobody would care about what we have going on. And we can't do that without y'all. So we appreciate the Cave Gang, the original 55, and how much that has grown. So we hope all of y'all have a wonderful Christmas, happy holidays with your families. Don't look for us for the rest of the year, especially me. We'll see y'all next year. And as always, this has been the Mainly D's podcast, man. We appreciate y'all.